Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about some more big-time changes that Rockstar actually made with the latest title update to GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online that happened the other day. So the official patch notes have come out, and now that players have had the game for, I would say, really 24 hours, we've figured out a couple of more interesting bugs, glitches, and more that are going on. And one of the first things that's actually happening is in the casino penthouse. So a lot of players are noticing that their interior colors are changing. Like every time they re-enter their casino penthouse, something about it is changing. And so their casino penthouse is playing like color roulette. You can see every time they enter, it's a brand new color. This is not supposed to be the case. I don't know what would end up causing a bug like this, but this is one of the handful of things that we're actually seeing. Apparently, there's also issues with bookmark jobs and playlists. They are completely broken, at least according to guys on the PS5. All bookmark jobs have been removed from bookmarks, and if you click on your playlist in the pause menu, it'll actually produce an alert message that looks like this. If you also try to create a new playlist, it'll produce an alert that looks like this. You've created the maximum number of playlists. You also can't try to delete the playlist because you actually can't see any of them to delete in the first place. So something has definitely gone on here. You can still access jobs that you've created and that Rockstar have created. That's it, though. So again, this is kind of a problem that Rockstar is definitely going to have to jump on. It looks like it might specifically be on the PS5, but it might be on other systems as well. A lot of people have also been reporting that some other exploits are back, like inviting to your own apartment exploit is back. So as always, no update is going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it has caused some little bugs like this. Now, one thing that's specific on the PC, because this has been a new update, good news and bad news. Number one, for you guys that like to use single-player mods, those have probably all been broken, meaning you're going to have to wait for the software to get updated from your mod users. But in Grand Theft Auto Online, now it looks like people that are using those sort of harmful and bad mods, they're not going to be able to utilize those in-game until they are updated. So a little bit of good news, bad news there on the PC. A couple of other things that Rockstar officially touched on in the patch notes, which I'll leave a link to in the description. As far as matchmaking and networking goes, they fixed an issue that caused the story mode to GTA Online transition to take a prolonged amount of time. Now, that's been one of my favorite things about the new-gen versions of GTA 5. The loading is so fast. I mean, it's very, very convenient, I will say, especially because that's been one of the things that is, I would say, really plagued GTA 5 and its multiplayer. I mean, it's what we called the cloud simulators, the fact that it would take so long to go from one part of the game to the other. On the PlayStation 5, they also fixed something with the adaptive triggers. They fixed an issue that caused the adaptive trigger feedback on the HAL Special Works upgraded Grotti Turismo Classic to be too strong. And unfortunately, for the longest time, that's the vehicle that Rockstar chose to be like the first vehicle that you got to use as far as the HSW stuff goes. Remember, you had to like complete his first little time trial in order to get access to him. So I'm glad that they fixed that. On the Xbox Series X and S, they have fixed an issue that has resulted in players being stuck on an alert screen after using Quick Resume. They also fixed a handful of audio issues as well, like audio not occurring in-game after opening the guide, after being in an Xbox party, and radio station audio just not working altogether. As far as some content that they fixed an issue that resulted in players experiencing several missing sound effects during large player deathmatches. They fixed several issues where blocked players could still view and interact with the blocking player's UGC, which is user-generated content. They also fixed an issue that caused parachute jobs to be missing from the jobs menu. I don't know how many people probably were doing parachuting jobs, let's totally be honest here, but I am glad that Rockstar has fixed that. And then a couple of story mode fixes. They fixed an issue that resulted in players being incorrectly given the option to resume story, despite not owning story mode. They also fixed an issue that caused GTA Online friends to display as contacts in the player's phone in story mode, and fixed an issue that caused character switching in story mode to take a prolonged amount of time. That was one of the big things that Rockstar argued and advertised when they were, talking about expanded and enhanced GTA 5 was like the seamless character switching. So the fact that some players were having experiences where it was taking a really long time was like, what are you talking about, Rockstar? It's not any faster at all. In fact, it's a whole lot slower. So that's actually nice that they ended up fixing that. There's a handful of other miscellaneous fixes as well. They fixed an issue that caused a significant drop in frame rate after selecting a neon interior for your vehicle while having the chameleon paint applied. So we figured some of the new content might cause some issues. Looks like the chameleon paint definitely did. It also fixed an issue that caused players to get stuck when trying to enter GTA Online with an existing character on a new console. So that was the character transferring issue. They also fixed an issue that resulted players receiving the alert that they've been banned from social club services and are not permitted to enter GTA Online. I remember that being a big problem. They fixed an issue that caused the parachute Patriot smoke to appear as black instead of the attended red, white, and blue. And they fixed audio issues when calling Moore's Mutual and entering the Diamond Casino and Resort. And then they did a handful of fixes on all the systems: PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X and S. They fixed several crashes for GTA 5. They fixed an issue that caused the daily vehicle list to not correctly count successfully delivered vehicles. They fixed an issue that caused players' weapons to disappear in the shooting range, and then fixed an issue that resulted in players getting stuck on a black screen when attempting to migrate a character from a previous generation console to the next generation console. So I know a lot of those changes aren't super exciting. In fact, a lot of them are more like behind the scenes and under the hood changes. But this is something that the game sometimes needs every now and then. It's just kind of like taking your car into the shop and getting a tune-up. Even though that might not be like the sexiest change, it's going to help it run better. It's going to get rid of some of the annoying squeaks and little things that might be bothering you as you drive on the road every single day. I know that's a weird analogy. That's kind of what we got right here, not necessarily in terms of new content. I mean, we did get a few shiny things that I think are pretty cool, like the motion blur option slider and a handful of other little nice changes. But for the most part, we got a handful of little glitches and stuff that were going on, some fixes that make the game run smoother, and a whole lot more. But as always, I would love to hear from you guys in those comments down below and over on my Facebook page. What do you think about this new update and some of the changes that we've got here in GTA Online? Let me know what you're thinking about down there. If you guys did go on and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.